Hi guys, I am free. My voice is almost back to normal, very close. I hate how long it takes to completely fully recover from a cold or sickness because people notice your voice changing and then it doesn't go back to normal. I've used the crap out of this headscarf. It's just, I really like this hijab and I need to go to Somali Mall, but I hate karmel ilahio. I don't want to deal with the men on the first floor being weird, okay? I can't do it. One dude from the Carmel, okay, literally asked my mom if he could marry me in front of both of us, like in front of my mom's face. No hishod. Oh, habrir. Like he said in Somali, but I understand Somali is not good for me to speak it, okay? But it was like, he was like, habrir, I wanna marry your daughter right in front of us. And the thing is, at that time, I think I was like 18, 19, and I was freaking out. I was like, oof. And it was like some grown dude too. Like imagine being 17, 18 and a guy who's like literally past his 30s being creepy on you. Couldn't be me. But anyways, I don't like going to Carmel. The last time I went to the Carmel to look for hijabs, I go to the specific store on the 3rd floor right next to the Salah because I love that store. It has the best hijabs ever, or khamar if you're gonna use a technical term, okay? But I go there and I remember I was wearing one of these nightgowns I got from Egypt, and this guy literally came up to me and he started speaking Oromo, and I was so confused. I'm like, what is this dude doing? So apparently this Oromo guy came to the Carmel, no problem, right? But then he got mad at me because I was like, no, I'm not Oromo, I'm Somali. Like, I don't know what you're on about. And then he got mad that I was like, oh, I'm not, immediately shutting it down. I was like, no, I'm not Oromo. And he was like, then why are you wearing our clothes? Then why are you wearing our clothes? Our clothes. And I was like, dude, this is not your clothes. I got it from Egypt. Like, I literally went to the streets of Egypt and went to one of those stores, found that dress, and that's why I'm wearing it. He was like, no, but you know, we make those dresses too, so it's Oromo clothes too. And I'm like, dude, why are you arguing, bro? Like, first of all, like, whatever Riz game you got went down the gutter. Like, that's not Riz. And I don't know, I feel like the last thing I want, oh no, not a family coming through. But I remember I was just looking at him, he was looking at me, and I was mad at him for being mad at me. It's like, why are you mad that I'm just like, oh, I got it from Egypt? Like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, I'm telling you that I deadass got it from Egypt. Like, what do you want me to say? So after that, he was like, oh, the clothes are Oromo clothes. And I was like, okay, cool, dude. Like, these clothes are nice, I like them, that's why I wear them. And then he was like, okay, so what are you looking for? And I was like, and I had a chair. So I go to the store often, so that's why I know that they have a chair. So I take a chair and I stand on it because I'm looking for a specific khamar, you know? Because they have a lot of options, so I was looking for one. And then he was like, okay, but what are you looking for? Let me help you. And he wasn't taking no for an answer, and I was very confused. I'm like, who are you? And then the real worker of the shift pulls up, and she's a woman, and she was like, oh, can I help you guys? Leave her alone. Oh, can I help you guys? And then they got so mad at her and they were like, mahakagale, or like mahakagale, like in Somali, like, what's it to you? Like, they were just saying it like in a very nasty way. I was like, oh, what is going on? And then finally the lady was like, well, if you're not shopping here, you can leave. And then I got so shooketh because I was like, oh, I thought they were the workers, but then you're a worker that came out of nowhere. Because like, the thing is, in this Carmel, the only way you know who's a worker is if they announce, I am the worker. Sometimes you're in a room full of like 30 people kikiing, kakaing, and you need to buy your $5 khamar and you don't know who's the worker, and you're like, I got my $5. I got my $5. And then finally, sometimes they don't even want to mention, like, they're tired of being, like, doing their job. So they're like, idip, like, they're tired, you know? But yeah, like, I just remember that day I was shooketh because it was like, anytime I'm not with my mom, I am harassed at the Carmel. It's so annoying. It's like, if I'm walking by, first floor, ilahiyo kabak, I cannot go to the first floor. One time my mom was like, oh, can you get me shah from the first floor with ginger? I forgot what ginger means in Somali. I remember it goes out one ear, out the other. But it's like, I remember she was like, go get ginger. When I tell you. I was like, oh. It's like, why the dudes there outrageously creepy? They're like this. Dude, like, close the eyelid a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Damn, I don't know. I just get so frustrated at the Carmel. But anyways, I need to go to the Carmel. That's basically all I need to say. I made a whole story for no reason. I just need to go to the Carmel to get more black khamars And yeah, it's just like I have to mentally brace myself. Like if I'm going without my mom, I have to brace myself. But most of the time I like going with my mom, so then at least if people are being creepy, I go running. And what's great about having a baby face is that people don't know my actual age. Like I'm grown as hell. So it's like they don't know how old I am. So if I'm running to my mom and I'm like standing next to her like this, they don't know who I am. They don't know my age. They don't know nothing. So yeah, I went to the library again and I got a lot of stuff done. So I'm part of a group called Inspire Community. And we are a community in Minnesota where we do a lot of events for families and children and teenagers, and we're trying to appeal to the younger audience. And my job on our team is PR. So basically I'm in charge of flyers. A lot of times if there is nobody taking pictures at our events, I'm the one taking pictures. And since I'm a UX designer, I have experience, you know, doing flyers for other groups. Even back in college, it was very natural for them to give me that position of PR person immediately. They were like, oh, you will do our flyers from now on. And I was like, okay. And so I've been doing flyers. And what I like to do is I make 2 completely different designs. So I had 2 design options that I made the team vote for on WhatsApp. So we have a group on WhatsApp. And flyer number 1 is personally what I would do. And then flyer number 2 is what our organization, more of our organization's theme, you know what I mean? So it's like, I wasn't surprised when the majority of the team already within like 3 hours started voting for the second flyer, because it matches the vibes of what our group is a part of. A little bit childlike, but it's fun. So they preferred that one over the first one. So yeah, like I was doing that today. I finally finished design number 2. So number 2 was what I was starting on, but then I needed to just get some quiet, like just no huddle, no nothing. I just needed like, just get it done. And then I got a few other things done today as well. I started editing this vlog so I can start uploading once a week again. Like I need to be more consistent. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to McDonald's and I'm getting myself a Big Mac. Hiya! I sounded so Minnesotan. Hiya? Hi? Let's do this again. Hi guys, so I got myself some McDonald's. So I watched this video on TikTok where a girl stitched another girl and was basically like, y'all need to stop fearing food. Like fearing food in general, because there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm not going to McDonald's, I'm not going here, I'm not going there. And then she was kind of talking about how what's worse than eating unhealthy is being afraid of food, being afraid of bread, afraid of gluten, afraid of fast food, and being afraid to eat, period. And like basically restricting yourself and what you eat and relying purely on supplements. She was like, she was going off. It was a really good TikTok, but it really opened my mind. As soon as I watched it, I went to McDonald's, and now I've been going there for a Big Mac because it tastes so good, y'all. But anyways, my camera storage is done. I'm in a situation where I need to go buy a new memory stick. That's not gonna be very fun. The thing is, the reason why I'm eating in the car is like, I hate when people try to guilt trip you into not buying you McDonald's. So I still live with my family, you know. I still live with my family, and they make me feel so bad for not giving them food. So there was a time in my life when anytime I would get a Chick-fil-A meal, I would just eat in the car. I would eat in the car because I just didn't have money for them. So there was a time where I would just get one sandwich for like $5, right? And I would get some ketchup and I would eat my Chick-fil-A sandwich in the car, enjoy it, watch YouTube videos, TikToks, and like enjoy life. And then I would walk into the house and I would throw the bag into the garbage bag. I felt like they were giving me Isha. Evil eye. They were giving me evil eye because I was walking in with some Chick-fil-A, and this was back in college. So they'd be like, why couldn't you give me some Chick-fil-A? I was hungry too. I would have zellied you. No, you wouldn't have zellied me. Crap. Girl, bye. I hope you're watching this video. Zellied me? No, you would not have. Zellied me nothing. Don't lie to me. And it's like they always try to make you feel guilty for not dropping $50. And it's like, if I got all 6 of my siblings some food, I would have no money left in my account. Girl, please. And it's like sometimes I was just craving some food and I don't want to ask people. I don't want to call you and call sister number 2 and sister number 3 and sister number 4 and sister number 5. I don't want to call nobody and ask, are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Zelly, zelly, zelly. And all I have to do is just go to McDonald's, get myself my meal, and come back. Girl, please. And they always swear up and down, oh, I would have zellied you, I would have done this for you. And it's like sometimes they get mad at me because I used to get Vietnamese coffee all the time from this one store, and they had their own special drinks from there, and they would get mad at me. They'd be like, oh, why didn't you tell me? And it's like, for me, I find it embarrassing. Don't hate me, y'all, okay? It's so embarrassing to order 5 drinks, 6 drinks, especially when the family has no decorum. There was one time I went to the Starbucks line, and I didn't order Starbucks. It was just like my whole family. Can I get this with brown sugar and 2 pumps of this and 3 pumps of ass and this? No. And then beat it, shrivel it, make it die. Like, the drink orders were crazy, y'all. And it's like, might as well just do a mobile order. But it's like, for me, I don't like ordering multiple drinks at the drive-thru. Like, sue me. So I don't like ordering multiple meals, multiple drinks, multiple this at the drive-thru. So then it got to the point where just naturally, I started like eating in the car. And I started to like eating in the car, especially in the winter time when you're not ready for the shock of the cold when you're coming out of your car and walking to the garage. But yeah, it was at that time where I was just enjoying, and it just was a good vibe when the heater was on. It's all nice and cozy. You got some movie, or like, what do you call it? Well, I would normally just watch a SpongeBob episode or a Jimmy Neutron episode, and I would just vibe in the car and have a good old funky time, eat my food, finish my food, and then come home with just a drink like a Coke, and then like go back home and then enjoy my day. But like, they would get so mad. They'd be like, why didn't you get me food? And it would be worse when it was the younger siblings that looked at your food like, and then they made you feel guilty to the point where you were so scared of Isha that I would literally rip, even though I was starving, I would cut half of the sandwich and be like, oh, here you go. Like, I can't do it. And it's like, somehow, some way. And it's like, I'm grown. But I know 3 of my siblings right now this very second are going to be like, oh, you went to McDonald's? Why didn't you tell me? You don't even know I would have sent you money. So here I am in my grown ass age, eating myself a Big Mac, okay? Grown as hell, doing this. I'm too grown for this. But I mean, to be honest though, now, even before a few years ago, I wouldn't care. I would just walk in and be like, and what about it? Like, I started confronting them. I was like, you're not sending me the money. Don't lie to me. Because like, when I used to work, all my money went to food. And I noticed low-key, it was because I was always buying my siblings food. And it was like, it was draining my account. Listen, I don't think I would be a good parent. Because I would be mad if I had money. And then it was like, if I bought like 2 kids food and my food, and that, wow, couldn't be me. I don't know. But Big Mac always hits the spot. But speaking of family, I went to a taxi yesterday in LA when to the person who passed away. I went there. I just don't know the person personally. I just know that the person is related to me, like in the family tree. So we all have family members that are like that, where it's like outside relatives that are not your family directly, but they're your family. My mom was asking me to look up something on her phone, and then I saw my name, my full government name, YouTube. So basically, my mom was looking for Asma, YouTube. And I was shook. I was like, Hoya, why are you looking for my account? Apparently, another relative of mine was asking her for my YouTube ad. And my YouTube ad used to be my full government name, but now it's not my government name anymore, you know? So I made it the Asma Show. So like, my mom didn't know what my ad was exactly, but she was trying to look me up to give to this relative, because she heard from somebody else that I had a YouTube channel. And it shook me, bro. It's like, first of all, there's 2 problems with this, right? We're at a taxi, and we have to have respect for the people who pass away and the families there. So like, when I was there, I was trying to help the families because I felt bad. Because mashallah to her family was like serving the guests and giving food and everything. But I was really upset because I was like, why are they the ones serving food? And I was trying to help somehow, some way. I felt bad. So I was trying to organize the kitchen area where all the food is, and try to organize the food, and like pull out the cokes and the waters and try to make the place like self-serving. So like what happened would be like somebody would be like, oh, I want rice, I want food, and they would have to scoop the rice, scoop the hilip, and scoop the chicken, and scoop and everything, and it was a very long, hard hog process. So I started pre-scooping the baris and started stacking the plates, and then like when people would be like, where's the Coke, where's the Sprite, it's like they would have to go under the table where that big pack of Coke and Sprite were and pull it out and hand it to the person one by one by one. So I was like, let's make it easy. Let's get some Coke, set it out, Sprite, set it out. The coffee was hidden in the back table, so I was like, let's bring it to the front and let's make it like a self-serving type of vibe, so they didn't have to get up every 5 seconds like serving the people. So I just think a tassie is not a place where you're supposed to kiki and talk about, I don't know, it's a really frustrating thing, because like my aunt was saying something like at a tassie family come together, like families flew from different states to come to this funeral and to say like goodbye to a family member they love and care about, but they also came together because to like also talk to the people that they haven't seen in years. And it's like, I understand it now, but like at the moment when I was at the taxi and my mom was like, and I asked my mom, oh, why were you looking up my YouTube channel? And then she told me a relative was looking for it. I was upset initially. I was really upset because I'm like, this is not the time to kiki and talk about my YouTube channel. Like, and another thing, that second reason why I was upset is like, personally, I don't like when family or relatives know about my YouTube channel and talk about it constantly or promote it amongst themselves, especially the aunties. And this auntie that was asking for it, my channel, she's not a bad person, not at all, but I just get very like genuinely fearful when the aunties are promoting and sharing my videos. It's like, it's very scary, because it's like when I say I have a YouTube channel, they're gonna watch this, they're gonna watch me eating a Big Mac in front of like 100 people, right? It's really not that serious. Like when I say like I have a YouTube channel, it's literally just me eating a whole Big Mac, and they're gonna be looking at me like, and then me talking about being sick. Like the thing is, I don't know if that's something they want to watch or anything, but it's like I just get immediately nervous because I know how gossipy the Somali community can be, especially the aunties, especially them. So like I immediately get defensive when my mom is like promoting my videos, or like you know, like I get really scared because I'm genuinely like, I know what audience I'm trying to go for, and I don't want the aunties to be like, Allah eta, Allah oh she filmed herself coughing, and she Allah she's eating her whole Big Mac in front of everybody. Allah, like I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. I can hear it in my ears. Ooh, I can't do it. Like I don't like that, and I don't like the you know, gabarwalan or YouTube haysta oh robedio way to hey, like I don't want to hear it, you know, like chill. Like, and it's like they take the one video that maybe I was embarrassed about, and I took down videos I was embarrassed of, but it was like they would take that one video to make me look like a crazy person. No, I don't like when the aunties want to know my channel and my life, like, and it's like, but that auntie is an exception though. I like her. But anyways, being perceived is very interesting to me. People talk about don't be afraid of being perceived on social media, but I think one thing about me is I don't think a lot of people understand that growing up people would describe me as very quiet. So like I wasn't quiet, like I was a very talkative person, but like in public I'm not very talkative, if that makes sense. Like I just mind the business that pays me. Reserved is the best word to use. But it's like when I'm in public, I know how to mind my P's and Q's. I know how to be respectful around other people. Like I'm not going to share my whole life story to some random person. More cautious. Cautious is a good word. Because like some people, they know how to be vulnerable just a little bit in public, like very charming in public, where they know how to make people laugh. They know how to share just enough to where it's comfortable for them. But I notice for me it's one big extreme, black and white. Either I share my whole life story or I'm quiet as a mule. Like there's no in between. So I noticed that when I started going on social media, like Instagram is a great example. I remember on Instagram I got upset and I was telling everybody like, oh, why are people nicer to me when they find my Instagram? And there was one friend that was like, well, the reason is we like your personality and we don't see that personality in real life. And I was like, oh. Not the battery dying. Allah khasay. Let me see if I can find a battery in my backpack, Suba. I'm back. I got a extra charged battery. Thank God I have 2 batteries. But anyways, I just remember like I was really upset because I was like, wait, so you're saying that when I was walking out and about in public, I was not giving good vibes, but like when you saw me on Instagram being goofy, posting beams constantly and my thoughts and feelings about stuff, that was when you were like, oh, I really like this girl. And a part of me that was really upset because I felt like, oh, I want to show who I am when I'm out in public, but something within me is keeping it close to my chest. Like, I don't want people to know who I really am, and I get very like what do you call it, standoffish. There you go. I get very standoffish, and just like people don't feel comfortable around me until I talk, and then when I talk they feel more comfortable. But it's like when I'm around people scabby, like just in general, they think I'm very scary, or like I was told by other people that I'm very intimidating. Like I give very intimidating vibes, and it's like for me that's really hilarious because I don't think I do. So like when I started YouTube, I noticed a lot of relatives too, distant relatives, being very comfortable around me, being like, oh hey, how you doing, be really nice and friendly. But it was like I was upset again because I was like, oh, you know, I would genuinely like try to say hi to y'all and like be nice, and then it was very dismissive. Like they would be like, so I have an older sister that a lot of people remember from when we were younger, and they'd be like, where's your sister, where's your sister? And they wouldn't care that I was there. It was a situation like that where it was like I felt like I didn't exist. Like I was just number 2. It didn't matter who I was. Like, who's Asma Hattu? Like, we don't care about you type of vibe, you know? And it was very offensive in the beginning because I'd be like, hello, I exist. Like, why do you not care that I'm here? And I was offended in the beginning. But I feel like because people know a little bit about me now, or feel like they know a little bit, a piece of my life, they can talk to me. But yeah. Anyways, this battery is about to die too, you know? I was really excited that I found a new battery, but they're both gonna die. So I'm gonna end this vlog like this. I'm gonna finish my Big Mac and go home. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna catch you in my next one. Bye.